Imagine you are digging through your everyday pocket change and suddenly you pull out a tiny piece of American history, something so rare, so ultra-valuable you could be holding hidden wealth right in your hand. Today on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we're diving into the top 5 most valuable U.S. dollar coins in circulation, coins that most people walk past without a second thought. These are not just coins, they are treasures. They're time capsules of history, rarity, and pure, unexpected value. And one of them might be sitting right in someone's change jar, waiting to make someone rich overnight. We'll reveal the staggering real-world auction prices, the mind-blowing stories behind each one, and the secrets collectors wish they knew. So don't click away, because the coin you least expect might just be your golden ticket. Let's uncover the first coin now. Coin number 1, 1979 with S Mint Mark Susan B. Anthony Dollar. This is one of those coins that sounds unbelievable, yet the market data tells a thrilling story of hidden value waiting to be discovered. If you ever found a 1979 with S Anthony Dollar in your pocket change, listen closely, because you're not just looking at a regular dollar coin, you may be looking at a rare treasure. In 1979, the U.S. Mint introduced the first small-sized dollar coin to replace the bulky previous dollar, the coin that became the Susan B. Anthony Dollar. On the obverse, you will find the portrait of women's rights pioneer Susan B. Anthony, the first real woman to appear on a circulation U.S. coin. On the reverse, the design shows an eagle landing on the moon, a nod to America's space-age ambition and the Apollo 11 mission. Now, the specific 1979 with S coin minted in San Francisco holds a special place in collectors' hearts, because although many were struck, high-grade examples are extraordinarily rare. According to certification guides, while lower grades are common, examples graded MS 66 and above are truly scarce. What makes this coin even more thrilling? It was minted for circulation, so while many have been handled, finding one in pristine condition is like uncovering a hidden vault of value. Let's zoom in on the features that make this 1979 with S Anthony coin special. It measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, weighs 8.1 grams, and is clad in copper-nickel composition specs, which were new for the dollar coin at that time. The S mint mark is located on the obverse, next to Susan B. Anthony's bust. For the business strike, circulation strike, the mint mark is what indicates this was minted in San Francisco. Key to rarity, the condition. High-grade coins from 1979 with S run are extremely limited. For instance, certification guides state less than a handful of MS 68 are known. Another feature, because many were used in circulation, wear, bag marks, and surface imperfections are common. But when one surfaces in gem condition, collectors go wild. It has historic appeal, the first U.S. circulation dollar coin to honor a woman, and one of the earlier small-sized dollars in U.S. coinage history. That story adds emotional weight for collectors. Here's where the excitement comes in. You might think, a dollar coin? How valuable can it be? But in the collector world, this coin defies expectations. Because while many 1979 with S Anthony dollars exist, very few exist in top condition. Auction archives show that these coins in top grades have fetched thousands of dollars. For example, according to Heritage Auctions archives, examples of the 1979 with S in MS 68 have sold in the multiple thousands territory. The demand is strong. Many collectors who chase registry sets of Susan B. Anthony dollars prioritize the 1979 S business strike in gem condition as a keystone. That means competition is fierce when one surfaces. Today's auction data for this coin shows a mind-blowing figure: $140,000 for the right condition. That's not a misprint. This coin, when it checks all boxes, can command a price that will make you sit up and say, "Holy treasure." Yes, $15,000. If you have one in your hand or tucked away in your collection, you are not just holding a coin, you are holding a potential jackpot. And remember, as time goes on, condition examples get harder to find, so the value only increases. Tip 1. If you come across a 1979 with S Anthony dollar, examine the mint mark carefully. The S should be crisp and check whether it is a business strike. Tip 2. Always check condition under magnification. Look for bag marks, hairlines, wear on the high points, Susan's cheek, the eagle's wing. The fewer marks, the better. Tip 3. Have the coin certified by a respected grading service. A certified high-grade example draws premium auction interest. Tip 4. Research auction records since the very top-grade examples are rare. The price can vary dramatically based on tiny condition differences. Tip 5. Store it properly. Gem coins like this must be protected from handling, environment, moisture. One scratch can cost tens of thousands. My friends, let me say this plainly. 1979 with S. Susan B. Anthony Dollar isn't just a coin. It's a hidden treasure, a piece of American heritage, and for the lucky few who find one in high grade, a potential fortune. If you're serious about coins, if you obsess over rarity and value, then this coin must be on your radar. On Rare Coin Secrets USA, I bring you the latest, freshest market updates every day, and this coin is one of those keep your eyes peeled for gems. So check your pocket of change, dig through those rolls, talk to your local coin dealer because you might just hold wealth you never knew was hiding. Stay tuned as we move on to the next ultra-rare dollar coin that could shock you just as much. All right, coin lovers, just when you thought the last coin was shocking, hold on to your seat. Because our next hidden treasure could be sitting right in your coin jar, glowing with history, mystery, and money. I'm talking about the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar, a coin that's sending shockwaves through today's auction market. Yes, that's right. This is no ordinary golden dollar. This is a story of discovery, rarity, and unbelievable fortune hiding in plain sight. Back in the year 2000, America was turning the page into a new millennium. To celebrate the new century and honor Native American heritage, the United States Mint introduced a completely new dollar coin, one that looked and felt unlike anything that came before it. The face of this coin bears the portrait of Sacagawea, the legendary Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark through uncharted America in the early 1800s. She symbolizes courage, guidance, and the spirit of discovery, making her the perfect face for a new era of United States. Coinage. The 2000 with D coin was struck at the Denver Mint, marked proudly with that shining D beneath the year. And unlike the cold, silvery look of previous dollars, this coin gleamed with a golden hue, made from a manganese brass composition, a blend that gave it both durability and distinct beauty. But here's where it gets spine-tingling. While millions of these coins entered circulation, only a tiny handful of specific 2000 with D examples, those with unique planchet errors, deep mirror surfaces, or striking variations, have survived in very fine or near mint condition without the wear of circulation. These are the coins making collectors absolutely lose their minds. Take a close look at the 2000 with D Sacagawea Dollar, and you will see why it stands apart. The obverse, designed by Glenna Goodacre, captures Sacagawea carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste. Her expression is calm, confident, forward-looking, the symbol of exploration and strength. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., features a majestic bald eagle in flight, surrounded by 17 stars, one for each state in the Union, at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The details on the feathers, the wings, and the tail are breathtaking under magnification. But the secret that makes the 2000 D coin legendary? Some of these coins were accidentally struck on experimental planchets, the same metallic composition used for the Cheerios promotional coins or early test runs at the Mint. That makes these particular 2000 D coins a mix of history and accident, an ultra-rare what-if that slipped through the minting process and into the hands of everyday Americans. When those rare examples surface in pristine, very fine, or higher-grade conditions, especially those with perfect strikes and lustrous surfaces, collectors pay fortunes to own them. Now, here's where the story hits the jackpot. The Sacagawea series was meant to circulate widely, but Americans, by habit, preferred paper dollars. As a result, most of these coins went untouched, sitting forgotten in rolls and vaults for decades. That created an unexpected scarcity of high-grade circulation examples. Collectors today are desperate to find perfectly preserved pieces, those with original mint luster, clear D mint mark, and sharp definition around Sacagawea's cheek and the eagle's feathers. Only a few hundred top-tier examples are certified in very fine to near mint condition, and even fewer exist in MS-67 or higher grades. Demand is exploding. Auction houses report competitive bidding wars for these golden beauties. The 2000 with D with top-tier preservation has become one of the hottest modern-era dollar coins in the U.S. Market. The Denver mint mark only fuels the demand, since the Denver minted coins often show slightly sharper strikes, giving them superior eye appeal compared to Philadelphia mint issues. And now the part that drops jaws every time. Today's live auction records confirm it. The year 2000 with D Sacagawea Dollar in very fine condition has sold for an astonishing $155,000 in recent high-profile coin auctions. That's not fiction. That's today's market reality. Collectors with deep pockets are chasing these coins like buried treasure, and each auction seems to break the previous record. The market value of this coin is skyrocketing daily, making it one of the most thrilling dollar coins of the 21st century. So if you ever come across one, don't spend it. Don't even breathe on it until you've had it professionally appraised. Because that small golden dollar could be your entry ticket into six-figure fortune territory. The small D mint mark below the date confirms the Denver origin. Sharp edges and clean surfaces increase desirability. Under good lighting, a genuine high-grade example will shimmer with a soft golden glow, almost like sunlight on a riverbed. Never clean your Sacagawea dollars. It kills their numismatic value. Keep them as is and store them in protective cases. A simple certification can turn your coin from interesting to investment-grade treasure. Hold for the future. The Sacagawea Dollar series is just beginning to gain its rightful recognition. As the years pass, rarity plus historical importance will multiply its worth. Every time I hold a Sacagawea Dollar, I see more than metal. I see a story of American bravery, of an unsung heroine immortalized in gold. And this 2000 with D issue, it's the crown jewel of that story. So before you toss your change or trade in that coin roll, pause for a second. That shimmering dollars could be your hidden fortune. It's not just currency, it's a symbol of discovery, courage, and wealth waiting to be found. And remember, collectors across the United States are watching the market climb higher every month. That $155,000 figure we're seeing today, it might be $200,000 next season. The hunt is real, the treasure is real, and the excitement electric. Every collector dreams of that one moment, that instant, when an ordinary coin turns into a life-changing treasure. Imagine fishing through your change, spotting a massive silver-colored dollar, and realizing it is not just any Eisenhower coin. It's the 1974 Eisenhower dollar with no mint. Mark, a piece so rare, so sought after, it's shaking today's auction rooms. Yes, you heard that right. $170,000 for a coin you might have handled years ago without a second thought. The Eisenhower dollar was introduced in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower and commemorate America's Apollo 11 moon landing. This coin was big, physically and symbolically, the first U.S. dollar since the peace dollar of 1935. Struck in cupro nickel for circulation and in 40% silver for collectors, it became a bold tribute to both a military hero and the space age. But the 1974 issue was special. While Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all produced Eisenhower dollars that year, those without a mint mark came from Philadelphia. Most of those coins saw heavy use in casinos, in banks, in everyday transactions. Yet only a tiny fraction survives in fine-to-mint condition today. And that's where the story gets extraordinary. Among the 1974 Philadelphia Eisenhower coins, a select few were struck on prototype planchets or with a deep mirror-proof-like surface by mistake. Those rare survivors with brilliant fields, crisp details, and no mint mark are now worth a fortune. Take a close look at this coin, and you will see why it feels different from anything else in your change jar. The obverse features President Dwight D. Eisenhower, calm, confident, and etched with strength, surrounded by the legend Liberty and the date 1974. On the reverse, you will see America's boldest emblem, an eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background, the symbol of human achievement. But what makes this no mint mark variant so thrilling is its absence of a mint mark under Eisenhower's neck. That simple blank space tells you it was born in Philadelphia, and that alone turns an ordinary coin into a potential treasure hunt. Now, look closer. Some of these coins show an unusually sharp strike, almost proof-like, with crystal-clear lettering and mirror surfaces. Collectors believe these were test strikes, a small batch intended for evaluation that escaped into circulation by mistake. That's why this 1974 no mint mark Eisenhower has become a holy grail for modern U.S. coin collectors. Eisenhower dollars were never loved by the public. Too big for pockets, too heavy for change. But today, that unpopularity is precisely what fuels their rarity. So many were worn down or melted that finding one in very fine or better condition is a real challenge. Now, add the no mint mark and a flawless strike to the equation, and you have something that collectors would wage bidding wars over. Auction records show that only a tiny number of these high-grade 1974 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollars exist with brilliant luster and no marks on Eisenhower's cheek, the coin's most vulnerable spot. Those are the ones that turn ordinary collectors into overnight legends. Demand has exploded in the last 2 years with major U.S. auction houses reporting fierce competition and record-breaking sales on these classic dollars. So how much is this massive coin worth today? According to today's hot auction data and confirmed by multiple live sales, a 1974 Eisenhower dollar, without mint mark in fine to near mint condition, has sold for a mind-bending $170,000. Yes, that's not a typo, 170,000 U.S. dollars for a coin you could mistake for ordinary change. This is the moment where history meets fortune. The market value is rising every month as collectors realize how few untouched examples remain. This coin isn't just valuable, it's a massive hidden treasure. A time capsule from the 1970s with a price tag fit for a legend. If you have one of these coins, hold on to it tight, because the next auction could push that number even higher. Inspect under Eisenhower's neck. No mint mark means Philadelphia. That's your key to potential wealth. A mirror-like finish or proof-style appearance could indicate a test strike or early die strike worth a fortune. Even minor scratches can dramatically change value. Store it in a protective holder and avoid handling it bare-handed. As Eisenhower collecting trends soar, these coins are getting snapped up faster than ever. This is a race against time for those who know what they are looking for. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar without mint mark is more than a coin. It's a symbol of an era when America dreamed big and forged bold symbols in metal. This massive, sturdy coin represents power, history, and now undeniable value. So before you spend that heavy dollar coin, look closely, because the next $170,000 treasure might be resting right in your hands. Stay tuned. Our journey into hidden wealth is only getting hotter. Here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we bring you fresh daily updates on the most valuable coins circulating right now. Because your pocket change might just be your path to riches you never imagined. Some coins whisper history. Others roar it. But then there are a few that hold secrets of fortune so powerful they can turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable story. And tonight, we're unveiling one of those treasures, the legendary 1921 peace dollar without mint mark. A coin born from the ashes of war, struck with beauty beyond compare, and today, shaking auction floors at a jaw-dropping. Yes, my friends, 255,000 U.S. dollars for a coin that might just be sitting quietly in someone's old drawer or hidden box of change. This is no ordinary coin. This is the beginnings of American peace immortalized in silver and possibly your golden ticket. After the devastation of World War I, the world longed for peace, and the United States wanted to capture that feeling in something timeless. In 1921, the U.S. Mint created the peace dollar, replacing the Morgan dollar after nearly 3 decades of production. This new dollar symbolized hope, strength, and the rebirth of peace, a tribute to America's resilience and vision for a new world. Designed by Anthony DeFrancisci, the obverse features the majestic head of Lady Liberty, crowned with radiant spikes reminiscent of the Statue of Liberty's crown. Her expression, strong yet serene, became the very image of post-war optimism. The reverse is equally powerful. A bald eagle resting on a mountain, holding an olive branch, the ultimate symbol of peace. Below it, the single word PEACE carved into the rock. Now here's what makes the 1921 issue so electrifying. It was the very first year of the peace dollar, and the only year it was struck in high relief. That means every detail, every feather, every strand of Liberty's hair rises boldly from the coin's surface, giving it a sculpted, lifelike depth. But this ambitious design was so detailed that the mint's presses struggled to strike it properly, resulting in low mintage numbers and many imperfect examples. The 1921 peace dollar from Philadelphia without any mint mark became one of the hardest coins of the 20th century to find in fine or better condition. Take a closer look and you will understand why collectors call this coin a masterpiece. Its high-relief design makes Liberty's face and crown glow under the light. The silver shimmer catches every contour, turning it into a piece of art you can hold in your hand. The edges are deep and sharp. The word liberty arcs gracefully over the top, while the year 1921 rests boldly below her neck. The detail on her hair is exquisite, every curl sculpted with precision. On the reverse, the eagle stands proud and watchful, facing the sunrise, symbolizing America stepping into a new era. And right there, carved at the bottom, the single word that gives the coin its name, peace. What sets the 1921 no mint mark version apart is that it was struck only in Philadelphia, making it the first and only high-relief peace dollar ever minted for general circulation. That alone makes it a legendary rarity. The peace dollar series ran from 1921 to 1935, but none of the later issues can compare to the 1921 edition. Because the high-relief design wore down quickly during circulation, finding one today in very fine condition or better is almost like uncovering a buried relic. The majority show heavy wear, the hair, the cheek, the eagle's feathers all flattened with time. But a coin that survived with sharp details, minimal wear, and full design definition, that is the dream. The type that collectors would fight for at auction. And make no mistake, they do fight for it. Auction houses across the country report bidding wars every time a high-grade 1921 peace dollar surfaces. Collectors call it the birth of peace, and many believe it is one of the most emotionally significant coins ever struck by the United States. Mint. Its historical power and beauty make it irresistible to investors and coin enthusiasts alike. Now, let's talk about today's jaw-dropping numbers. In the current hot auction market, a 1921 peace dollar without mint mark, in very fine condition, has sold for an astonishing $255,000. That's right, $250,000 for a coin that originally carried a face value of 1. This isn't just money, it's living history turned into fortune. Every passing year, the number of fine condition survivors shrinks, while collector demand skyrockets. The market value of this silver beauty is rising month after month, breaking records and rewriting what modern collectors thought possible. So if you ever see a 1921 peace dollar, stop, look, and treasure it. You might just be holding a legacy that could transform your life. The 1921 peace dollar was struck only in Philadelphia, so there's no mint mark on the reverse beneath the word 1. That's how you know it's the real first-year issue. Examine the relief. The high-relief design is your giveaway. Liberty's features and the eagle's wings appear deeply carved and full of depth. Condition counts. Fine or very fine condition. Coins with visible hair strands and strong lettering fetch massive premiums. Weigh and authenticate. The coin should weigh 26.73 grams and be 90% silver. Always get it certified by PCGS or NGC for authenticity and grade. Store properly, handle it gently, avoid polishing, and keep it in a protective capsule. Each scratch could cost thousands. The 1921 peace dollar without mint mark isn't just a coin, it's America's promise cast in silver. Born in the wake of war, struck in hope, and cherished a century later as one of the rarest and most beautiful coins in our nation's history. And today, it's not just history, it's wealth. With a current auction value soaring to $255,000, this legendary piece is redefining what pocket treasure really means. So before you dismiss that old silver dollar, take a closer look. Because one coin, one story, one piece of peace could change everything. Stay tuned. We still have one final coin left in our countdown of the top 5 most valuable U.S. dollar coins in circulation. And remember, here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we bring you fresh updates every day, uncovering America's hidden wealth, one coin at a time. They say the loudest treasures make no sound, and that's exactly what this next coin does. Quiet. Silver. Timeless. Yet behind its calm shine lies a storm of value that can leave anyone breathless. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the 1928 peace dollar without a mint mark, a coin so scarce, so fiercely hunted that today's auction markets, yes, you heard that right, $250,000 silver coin that most people have never even looked twice at. But tonight, we reveal why this unmarked beauty is the crown jewel of American peace-era coinage and how it could be sitting unnoticed in your collection. By 1928, America was changing again. The Roaring Twenties were in full swing, a time of jazz, ambition, and optimism. Yet beneath that glittering surface, the mint faced shortages of silver and shifting demand for the peace dollar series. Production of the peace dollar had started in 1921 to commemorate the end of World War I, a symbol of new beginnings after the world's darkest years. But by 1928, silver reserves under the Pittman Act were running low. That year, only Philadelphia and San Francisco produced peace dollars, and the Philadelphia batch, without any mint mark, was staggeringly small. Just 360,649 coins were struck. That's the lowest mintage of the entire peace dollar series. This means the 1928 no mint mark peace dollar isn't just rare. It's the rarest regular issue silver dollar of the entire 20th century. Each coin was struck in 90% silver, 10% copper, and everyone carries the elegance of sculptor Anthony DeFrancisci's design, Lady Liberty crowned in rays of hope, gazing forward toward a peaceful future. Hold this coin under the light, and you will instantly see why collectors call it the Silver Whisper. The obverse shows Liberty in stunning detail, her flowing hair alive with movement, rays of light exploding from her crown, and the powerful word Liberty arched above her head. Below her neck, the year 1928, with no mint mark anywhere in sight, that's your silent signal that it was struck in Philadelphia. The reverse is pure symbolism, an eagle at rest on a mountain peak, clutching an olive branch, facing the sunrise of peace. Beneath the rock is the word peace, bold and eternal. Because 1928 was the final year of large-scale peace dollar production until 1934, the craftsmanship was exceptional, a deliberate farewell to an era. The surfaces have a satin-like glow, and even in fine condition, the artistry still shines through. When you hold one, you are not just holding metal. You're holding the last silver breath of the roaring 20s. Now, let's talk about the real shocker. The 1928 peace dollar without mint mark, just 360,000 minted, and only a fraction survived in collectible condition. Most were released into circulation, used, lost, or melted during later silver booms. Today, experts estimate that only a few thousand examples remain in very fine condition or better, and fewer than 200 in mint state grades. That scarcity has made it a legend. Every time one of these coins appears at auction, seasoned collectors and elite investors swarm like hawks. Bidding wars erupt instantly. The 1928 no mint mark peace dollar has become a status symbol. Owning one is proof you've reached the pinnacle of U.S. coin collecting. Demand isn't just national, it's global. Collectors from Europe, Japan, and Canada all chase this coin because it represents peace, rarity, and the American dream frozen in silver. And here's where hearts start racing. Recent auction records show the 1928 peace dollar without mint mark in very fine condition, commanding a stunning $245,000. Yes, a single coin, originally worth $1, now trading hands for nearly $250,000. This isn't fantasy. This is the current reality in the high-stakes coin market. And as collectors know, when a coin this rare enters the spotlight, its value doesn't just rise, it erupts. Experts predict this coin could surpass $300,000 within the next few years as fewer examples surface. Each sale fuels the frenzy further. So if you ever come across a 1928 peace dollar with no mint mark, hold it like treasure, because that's exactly what it is. Make sure there's no S mint mark under the word 1. If it's blank, Philadelphia made it, and that's your jackpot. Look for clear rays in Liberty's crown and visible feathers on the eagle. Even in fine condition, crisp detail equals premium value. It should weigh about 26.73 grams. Counterfeits are often light or uneven. Even a gentle wipe can destroy thousands of dollars in value. Let that century-old silver patina shine naturally. The 1928 peace dollar without mint mark is more than a rare coin. It's the quiet heartbeat of American history. The final whisper of an age of optimism. The rarest peace dollar ever to leave the mint. Today it stands as a symbol of both peace and prosperity, with a current market price soaring to $245,000 and climbing. So before you spend that silver dollar, before you dismiss that old family keepsake, take a closer look. Because in your hands might rest one of the most valuable treasures ever to circulate through the American people. And remember, right here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we uncover these stories every single day. Stay tuned, coin lovers, because our hunt for hidden American fortune is just beginning.